Now we stay with that, and as the Dr Kizza Besigye trial was getting underway, chaos broke out in the General Court-Martial when an orderly declined to open for defense lawyer Eron Kiiza to get into the space reserved for the lawyers, the bar. This prompted the lawyer to start shouting at the orderly, asking to be admitted. However, the court, whose proceedings were now properly disrupted, ordered his immediate arrest and subsequent detention. David Ijo was on hand and now reports for us.
For over an hour, tensions had surged outside and inside the General Court-Martial as scuffles broke out between lawyers and security personnel over access to the court chambers. For their part, security personnel were going about a detailed screening routine of everyone seeking admittance as ordered by the superiors. Although the lawyers described the security screening as unreasonable, the security personnel stuck to their job. After accessing the chambers, defense lawyer Eron Kiiza proceeded to the bar area where he waited for his turn to be admitted. However, after the orderly declined to open for Kiiza, the lawyer lost his cool, shouting at the top of his voice. Moments later, Eron Kiiza was roughed up and briefly sent back to the dock where he joined the main suspects Dr Kizza Besigye and Haji Lutale. He was later forced out of the dock and detained in an outer area before court was adjourned for half an hour. When the court proceedings commenced, the defense team reported that they had received instructions from Dr Besigye urging them to halt hearing until Eron Kiiza was allowed to participate.
Our clients would like the matter to proceed with all the counsels they have chosen present, who include Eron Kiiza.
The team is incomplete without one of us who has his own special duties in regards to representation of the accused person.
The chairman of the court-martial, Brigadier Freeman Mugabe, addressed the courtroom's turbulence, expressing disapproval of the lawyer's rowdy conduct and noting that this was unbecoming behavior. Brigadier Mugabe specifically cited his last court appearance at the General Court-Martial, where the defense lawyer had also banged tables and created disturbances.
He expressed gross professional misconduct, and he was warned that such a conduct is contempt of court. He was taken through the laws that make it an offense for the conduct he exhibited and warned. Today, the 7th day of January 2025, when the accused entered this court, he immediately confronted the court orderly that was guiding him where to sit, but instead started assaulting the court orderly and banging the angle bars in the entrance. The chairman of the court warned him of the misconduct, but he did not take heed, but instead worsened the situation by making more noise, being cheered by the audience.
After a brief adjournment, the General Court-Martial sentenced Eron Kiiza to 9 months imprisonment in Chitalia prison for contempt of court.
This court finds the accused's conduct in contempt of this court and finds Kiiza Eron guilty of the offense of contempt of court, and is hereby sentenced to 9 months in prison to be served in Chitalia government prison.
The entire defense team who had now taken on Eron Kiiza's case were left in shock at the ruling, citing a lack of a fair hearing in the General Court-Martial.
Even if it was a sham trial, at least there should have been a semblance of a trial. But it's unprecedented in the history of this country, in our jurisprudence, that a person can just be sentenced without a formal charge. There is no charge sheet, without even some scintilla of evidence being adduced, at least to be granted a right to be heard, and also to be asked to take a plea and to explain yourself, in total violation of a non-derogable right enshrined in Article 28 and 44 of our Constitution, the right to a fair trial, a right to a fair hearing.
The 9-month sentence is the second harshest penalty for anyone convicted of contempt of court after the 18 months handed to lawyer Malema Birizi for insulting the Supreme Court in 2021. David Ijo, NTV Tonight.